What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at Threezero, The Witcher, Geralt of Rivia. This is the Netflix series, not the game. But if you're interested in this figure, you can order this at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. I've never played The Witcher. So I tried the TV series in Netflix. And I quite liked it. I've never made it to season 3 as of yet. I stopped at season 1. I'm gonna pick it up at some point. But I still decided, I'm playing the game now, The Witcher 3, and I really like it. So I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. There is a game coming up. Not a game, a 1/6 figure coming up. Pure Arts. But that is kind of expensive. And this is $170. And you know me, I do like my figures a little cheaper, so I was like, what, let me get this, and I want to see how it looks like. I've seen the reviews and it looks okay. I mean, as much as you can expect a $170 figure. I would say this, I always like Threezero's packaging because they're so small. This footprint is so small. It does not have any base though, like any even like the normal crotch grabber base, it doesn't come with. So just keep that in mind. I do have some handy within my collection, but this is the figure itself. As you can see, it is compacted here, which is I appreciate for storage purposes. So you see, this is the figure, and right off the bat, it's a Threezero. That's all I can say about that. It's not not the best, not the worst. You're dwindling in the third party category here, and now the foot is off, and this would be a recurring theme for me. Like, this left foot is always coming off, but it does come with decent amount of accessories. So we'll take a look here. So first, he does have this cloak, this robe, that's just lint, but you could kind of snap it there. Nice material. It actually drapes pretty well. I was surprised because Hot Toys, that would be a disaster. And now you got the shiny hands that Threezero are known for, and then open palm hands. They're not the most impressive hands out there, honestly. And then you got this potion that is it's horrible the way they sculpted this. These swords are also not die cast, so just keep that in mind. So there you got two swords. This one, I believe, this is the one on his back. There's a description on the website. I actually didn't read it, but you can see it here. Then he has this sheath, this scabbard right there. It has a lot of details on it, so that's pretty cool. This is made out of like rubber plastic, so it's not pleather. And then you got this nice necklace. I hope you can see the details out there. But yeah, it's nice. It's actually not plastic, it's metal. So that's all the accessories that it comes with. So now let's talk about the tailoring of the figure. I would say for a $170 figure, it is not bad. So majority of, the paddings and all that stuff are plastic / rubber, which is not bad. As long as it kind of looks like leather, I'm not even mad at that. So at least you could prevent a little bit of flaking. But that kind of like corset, I don't know how you call that, the vest that he's wearing, so this is plastic, so that they mimicked a nice leather outfit there. The pants itself is fabric, the boots is plastic as well. It's you got the seam there, so the ankle and then the high boots, so it's a nice combination. It looks seamless to some angles, but it really isn't. You see the stitching out there. It's a good combination of both, but this entire thing that you are looking at right now, it's pleather. There's no way around it. You can't fake that. So, and they're not going to use an actual leather for a $170 figure. Let's just be honest here. But it's okay for what you have. And this might not be the perfect figure for you, but the price would suggest that. But you can also take some if you are into customization, or if you want to just formulate your own figure There's a lot of things that you can grab here, or you can pick it up on eBay, when it's partied out. The head sculpt, the soul of the figure. You can see here, I don't know if what season that is, but that's the most close-up I could get. It is not horrible, but it's not good. Let's just be honest here. Like, I do see some Cavill in here. A very bad Cavill, but I see it. I see it. Like, on an angle, it is a lot better. But, again, right here, like this kind of like angle, it's not bad. Even the side angle, it's not bad. But, it's not good. It's not in art. It's not even Hot Toys. It's Threezero. Threezero is, hit or miss. They could produce a really good head sculpt. They could produce a really bad head sculpt. I think this falls somewhere in between. So a like a really good head sculpt from Threezero is like, let's say, Jaime Lannister. This is below that, way below that, because Jaime Lannister feels like a Hot Toys figure. This feels like a Threezero figure. It's not bad. It's also not good. To some people, they might even call this bad, and I don't blame them. My expectations are kind of low because I know what I'm getting myself into, and for the price that I paid for, I kind of know what I'm expecting. So I'm okay with that, So I didn't buy a J&D, so I'm not expecting a J&D product. I didn't even buy for Hot Toys products, so it's okay. But yeah, the stubble, the eyes, the hair, that's not fake things around here. It's not that great. Articulation is another weak point for this guy. So the hair, obviously, it's draping in the front. You're going to have some limitations there. The shoulders are separated from the body, so that's good. But the one thing that I hate with this Threezero products is this. Why did they use a seamless arm? I don't know, but I know it's seamless. I'm not going to remove the sleeves, but I do know it's seamless because it bounces back, and they did the exact same thing for some of my figures. It's not needed. It's not needed. They're reusing these bodies. Now the legs can move freely here, even with the knee pads. Now there's no bicep movement there because there is a rubber covering. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Now you lose that bend that you normally would have, and again, it fell off. So that is unfortunate if you buy a Threezero product, because you don't really know. You don't. It's kind of like with, oh my God, Dexter, and that's not Threezero. See, now I'm kind of limited with the poses that I want to do. See, if you put him in a little bit of a dynamic pose, or what you could put him on, it's not that bad. It's not the best, but it's not that bad. This is going to be a recurring theme of this review. It's not that bad. And is that necessarily a good thing? No, not in this day and age. But if you don't have an option, this is where we go to. Maybe that Pure Arts. The Pure Arts is more of a game. The problem with Pure Arts as well is that it's I think $380. That is more than a Hot Toys. So I don't know if I'm willing to spend that much on a figure of which I'm not sure what their quality is. Let me know in the comments if you have any Pure Arts figure. But if I don't know something, I'll add something to that money and buy an in-art or Hot Toys. That's what I'm gonna do. This is the robe, which again, it's not bad. Look at that look right there. It's not terrible. So I was expecting a really cheap like cloak in here, like Hot Toys when they have their Batman where it's kind of stiff. It actually drapes pretty nicely. So hey, you can hide them. You can even put the hood on if you want to, to hide the face. But the face is not bad. Look at that. The eyes are kind of striking as well. Final thoughts on this guy. I don't know what to say, man. See from afar, it's not that bad. again, I said the word. It's not that bad. It's also not that good. You can add this. You know, I'd rather buy a 170 figure like this, knowing that what I'm gonna get, because I've seen review before, and then, you know, down the line, if I really don't want it anymore, I'll sell it for 100. You know, but for now, I'm playing the game. It inspires me. You know, it's like I'm gonna put it right here. Maybe I'll put some poses or whatever. But for 170, we'll see. We'll see if somebody makes a better one. If you want to root the hero for this one, there's not a whole lot. Like if you want to get this and cannibalize this, sword, maybe some items that you could get, but overall, this is what you're gonna get. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about this figure? Is this something that you might even consider? Do you think it's too much, or should they have even bothered? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.